Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Tuesday, July 6th. We are officially out of the holiday. We are in the real world, and boy, does it feel good. Did she just lie? The world will never know. How are you guys doing on what is kind of like a Monday, but really is the Tuesday? I guess that's what a 3-day weekend is. Are your hangovers here? Are they gone? Are you okay? Let a sister know. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, getting all your questions, comments, concerns. There's not that much shit that interested me today in the world. Rox, is that how you wanted to phrase that? I mean, there's a lot of things that interest me in the world, but there's not that much stuff that I was like, oh, yeah, baby. I gotta fucking talk about that. Except for the big thing that always interests me that I realized I hadn't talked to you guys about in a while, and that's television. I have been on a TV kick these days, and I realized that if you watch Only Stupid Answers with DJ Wooldridge and support over there, that you probably know that I'm on a TV tear right now. But if you listen to this show, which is my show that I do every single day, y'all don't even know what I'm watching at this time, and that is silly because I'm killing it with the TV game right now, and I bet you guys are too. So I wanted to do a little bit of TV time today. That Succession trailer dropped, so I want to talk about that. I've also been watching some random ass shit on Netflix. Are you guys watching Sex Life? Do you even know what I'm talking about? Don't worry, I'll break it down for you, plus a few other things going on in the world of television. And then whatever you guys want to talk about, questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, any kind of things y'all want to talk about. Yeah. Hit that high note, Rox. Hit that high note. We're also going to do probably an abridged show today because I am leaving here to do my hair. I wanted to make sure that I was Blondie McBlonster for my 30th birthday. This is the only time that I can go. So I'm going to go get my hair did today. I whip my hair back and forth. Whatever. Just let me have this one. Thank you. Clearly, I'm not ready to leave the United States behind. What does that mean? I'm just still in 4th of July mode, as I'm realizing. I'm in my red, white, and Bruce shirt. Although Bruce rages against the machine as hard as anybody, so he sticks it to the man. And I feel confident that he likes the same things I do about this country and dislikes the same thing that I do. So I'll rep him as hard as I can. And we're back to wearing a red lip, y'all, because fuck him. Am I right? Shout out to CeeLo Bonino, French Taunter, Maral Gandhi, King Sport Cow, Morning Glory 2. What even is TV? Well, we'll talk about it. Andrew Thomas, MK Songbird, Marjo 32, George Pruitt, Rob Fishback in the house. Bruce, the only boss I listen to. Looks like Rob's back to commenting. Rob, I can message you about this on the side, but you're great. And we all good. Juan Mendez and everybody else who's joining us for this show live again on this July 6th. It is a weird in-between period right now between the 4th of July and my 30th birthday, which is coming up on July 13th. Still no idea what I'm going to do for it, but did I tell you guys my little sister is flying out? I'm so fucking happy about that. I was really scared I was going to be alone on my 30th. And she was like, nah, dog, fuck that. So she's coming out, and I'm going to try to do a bunch of different things. Make it a little bit more of a celebration as opposed to a death day, which it feels like it is for me because I just don't feel accomplished enough to be turning fucking 30. But I'm sure a lot of you guys felt that and probably still feel that too. It is a very strange feeling, as I know when other people talk about being 30, I think of that as really young. But when I talk about myself being 30, for some reason, it feels like I thought that at that point, life would just look a little different, and I'm sure that's what all the people before me had thought as well. So, hey, I'm just, what if God was one of us? Did I just describe myself as God? No, I absolutely did not, but I did just break into that song in the middle of my thought, and sometimes that motherfucking happens. So, yeah. Zeno R says, no shout out, fine, I'll leave. Here's what I'll say, Zeno Hour. I give the shout outs out of the goodness of my heart because I love you guys and I want you to feel seen and heard. Does that mean that I miss people sometimes? Absolutely. Do I know any other YouTuber who makes their support based on being fan funded but shouts everybody else out anyway just because they know that not everybody can financially support during this time? No, I don't. So suck on that. Jeff Aaron as well. Alexander Wilson in the super chat says, like Jay-Z said, 30 is the new 20. When JC tax means bank. All right. Which was JC from? In Sync instead. Yeah, because they always say you like him better than JT, so he must be in sync. And I was saying that Street Boys anyway. When did Jay-Z? Wow, I have a hard time saying that. Jay-Z say that. When Jay-Z say that? Jay-Z say that. Try to say JC say. Jay-Z say, JC say, Jay-Z say. It's really fucking hard. You're doing it out loud, aren't you guys? 5 times fast. Record it. Let me know how it goes. She's the lady boss. She makes the rules. That's the fucking truth, Rob. Am I the lady boss? I'm like sitting in such a weird way. Now that I have this studio, I have to figure out what the best way to do this is, whether it's a closer shot. And I also I told you guys I'm still installing lights. I have to do a bunch of different stuff too. So it is not the end of it. It is just the end of what my wallet can afford at this exact moment in time. But I am working on it like a bonnet. She said what she said. Just let her have this one. Throughout the show, let me know what you guys are watching on television. Are you as big of a TV freak as I am? Is there anything that you found that you feel like everybody needs to know about? Or are you keeping it all to your hidden self? Let a sister know. For me, I found a really weird show on Netflix that it was just trending at like number 3 or whatever it was. It's called Sex Life, but it's SEX/LIFE. I'm currently 6 episodes in. Started watching it last night or yesterday. And okay, it's currently trending number 2 in the US. And I had not heard of this, did not know this was coming out. And I guess it's based on somebody's diary. So it's about this girl, Billy. And the premise of the show is that she is in a loving, committed marriage with a man who is really fucking cute and really fucking good at his job and wealthy and sweet and awesome. And she has 2 kids with him and she loves him. However, she is still hung up on her ex who like rocked her world in bed. That is the premise of the show and what that ends up looking like. It kind of is like watching porn. I have to say, it's like softcore porn, but not even that softcore. There's a ton of boobs, whole time boob, 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 boob. It's a lot of ass. There's even full-blown peen. I mean, and we see them fucking nonstop. Every episode, there's at least a couple scenes of people fucking. And it is wild. It is wild to watch that on Netflix. And I'm thinking like, wow, it's really, really porn. It really is. But it's got porn with like a better storyline. I'm kind of liking the show, although narratively speaking, I'm really not into the concept because this girl is in like the most incredible relationship with this awesome husband who treats her like no man treats any woman that I fucking see. And yet she's obsessed with this guy who didn't treat her well. And I don't know, like the way that she likes him, it's just kind of weird. Yeah, it's called Sex/Life on Netflix. It's worth watching if you're horny and alone for sure. Like for sure. There's so much sex in it. It's also worth watching if you like looking at hot people. And if you're kind of okay with the storyline being like meh, but you're interested in it anyway. It's like Desperate Housewives meets porn. Meets porn. It's really interesting that it's number 2 trending. I'm kind of surprised by it. Garth says horny and alone is my profile. I feel that. I don't know. I'm enjoying my time watching it, I've got to say. And so I guess I recommend it, but it's a weird one to recommend because I'm not recommending it like you have to fucking check this out. This is such brilliant art. I'm more just like, wow, they really done did this thing. I also didn't know these actors. I looked them up and they've been in a lot of other things, so I could be alone on this one, but it wasn't distracting at all because they're all really good in bed and otherwise. Not that I fucked any of them, but like, you know how you can just tell how somebody moves. So, yeah, it's fun to watch the main girl, Sarah Sahai or Shahai. I've never seen her before, but I guess she was in a lot of other things. Alias and Old School and whatever it is. It's also kind of cool because she's born in 1980. So usually when we're watching people fuck a lot, they're in their 20s on screen, but she is a little older than that. And damn, does she look good. Mike Vogel is the good guy husband. Demos is the bad boy ex. And Margaret Odette is the best friend. So I really wasn't familiar with any of their work. I looked at their stuff and I've seen them before, like the Mike Vogel. He's the one who I was like, oh, I definitely recognize him. I guess he was in The Help, Cloverfield, She's Out of My League, Texas Chainsaw. But I don't know. He didn't strike me as, it wasn't distracting at all. So I would recommend this show, but more so that you guys can tell me how you like it. I'm just curious how you do. Ben Holmes says the TBF, to be frank, maybe porn with some decent plot is a bonus. Laugh my ass off. Maybe it's like To Be Honest, but with an F. I don't know. Yeah, kind of. It's kind of like better porn, but they're not actually fucking. There's one scene where you see a dick that is like so fucking huge, and you have to wonder, like, is that actor packing like that, or did they do that? It's flaccid and it's so huge. You're like, what the fuck? That can't be real. I mean, it looks insane. I have questions. I like have to know, is that really his dick? I've never seen anything like that. It was wild. I like paused it and trying to examine if it's a fucking prosthetic. Just really, really, yeah. So has anybody seen it? By a show of hearts in the chat, let me know. Has anybody seen Sex Life? Because none of you guys are chiming in like you have. And maybe you just, I don't know, it just was on, so I clicked play. There's a lot better stuff I'm sure I could have watched. Andrew Thomas says, or a body double. Yeah, that's possible too. Morning Glory says that guy can't wear shorts. I mean, it's fucking huge. Like fucking huge. What? I haven't filmed anything lately, said King Sport Cow. What are you talking about? Is that a dick joke? In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, Leonard Kim with the first Streamlabs of the day. What's up, Leonard Kim says, what's up, Dimple Tits, Roxy? I hope you're doing well. I've been back and forth for the past few days about watching Sex Life, and I heard about that crazy shower scene. Yeah, I'm still torn. I really recommend trying on Apple TV+. The lipstick looks amazing. Thanks. Trying. Which one is that? Do I remember being recommended that? Pink Sweets in the house. What's up, Pink Sweets? And the Streamlab says, OMG, OMG, hi. The Succession teaser. My favorite white people are back. Ooh, those are your favorite white people? They're the worst. I'm watching the Rose Byrne Show, Physical on Apple Plus, and it's excellent. Dave on Hulu, Evil on Paramount Plus, which is fun garbage, and K-drama called Flower of Evil. Have a good day. Pink Sweets. Awesome. The only one of those that I'm watching is Dave. I am caught up on Dave. It's fucking awesome this season. And I'm I'm just super fucking into it. He is so uncomfortable to watch that it's incredible. But yes, I love every episode of that show. That show is so effing good. And yes, we'll talk about the Succession teaser as well. Thank you for sending in those other ones. I haven't heard of Physical. Which one is that? Or Evil. Wow, there's just so many shows these days. Paul 3JP in the Streamlab says, Roxanne Stryer, how the fuck are you? Hope you had a great 4th of July weekend. We did it. Laugh my ass off. What's on the dock this week? Just popping in here to say we got a party soon. Let's fucking go. It's gorgeous outside. It is really nice outside. I will give you that. It was a great 4th of July weekend. I'm glad that you made it through. And it's so funny because Steph asked me the other day, she was like, how do you feel about when people call you Roxanne? I'm like, if you want to call me Roxanne, Steph, you do it. But when people Random people call me Roxanne. I'm like, y'all have not earned that shit. And Apollo, y'all have not earned that shit, baby. Paul also said, watch the first 2 episodes of Sex Life. Avi, the main character is a smoke show. Netflix made a low-key porno, and honestly, respect. I know, it like really straight up is. It's wild. I've never seen that much sex in a show ever. Not Game of Thrones, nothing. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs. What's up, Glenn? I was starting to think you weren't here. Then Glenn says, hello and good Tuesday, Roxy, and all your nicknames. How are you? Good job hosting SEN Live. Fun episode. Well wishes, and thanks for hanging out. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you. Grammy and Papa, be most excellent to yourselves and each other. RJ and RSB, Rockstars Band. Bunnies for Avery Burke and Avery's mom. Rest in peace, Chris Burke. 3 rock stars forever. Ghost Mets and everyone still fighting to smash cancer. I stand against anti-Semitism. I stand against Islamophobia. I stand against Asian hate. Hashtag stop AAPI hate. I know that Black Lives Matter. Hashtag BLM. I'm so glad that we made that into I know. It is important, and we do know it. It's fact, not opinion. Black Lives Matter. That's the end of the fucking sentence. You fucking psychopaths who disagree. Nothing to disagree about. You are the thing we disagree about. You heard me. All right, moving on. Let me know your thoughts. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. What are you watching on the television? Are you going to give Sex Life a whirl? I have to say, did I say by tornadoes or bunnies? I probably said tornadoes because we're all girls. But I don't think anybody in here is watching it. That's wild. All right. Well, let me know if you try it because I got to know your thoughts. I'm also watching Working Moms, a show that I've told you guys about a bunch of times. I fucked up and started watching it without Steph, even though we had watched previously together. Working Moms is a great show. Catherine Reitman, she's of the Reitman family, Ivan, Jason, and she made this show, Working Moms, and it's exactly what it sounds like. It's about working moms who work, and it is fucking funny. It's a CBC show that's now on Netflix, so like Schitt's Creek or Kim's Convenience. It is a really, really great show that I can't believe is in its like 5th season, and I had never heard of until last year during pandemic. It's really fucking good. The new season just dropped. I'm loving it already, and highly suggest that you guys watch it if you haven't seen it already and you like those other Canadian humor shows. I think that this one would be totally up your alley. Who's watching and who watches Canadian shows in general? Let me know. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says Miles Cosgrove, Brett Hankerson, Jonathan Mattingly. Rest of the cops who killed Breonna Taylor, all 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Hope today is the day. Just for all the people who've lost their lives due to excessive force. Hashtag say their names. Absolutely. We say that every show because it still holds relevance every single show and will for as long as we need it to. Glenn Caesar also says, I often wonder about life and my words/actions. CP, bad luck or good luck, sitting in shit or being covered in fertilizer. It's not always easy, but I choose good luck/fertilizer because without it, I wouldn't be me, nor would I know/talk to you all. Yeah, I mean, they say choose happiness and choose good luck and all of those things. Sometimes it's really fucking hard to do though, Glenn. But we're here, we've got you, and we appreciate you being here and making that choice every day as often as you can. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, another show I recently discovered that I think you might like is Starstruck on HBO Max. Wow, it's so crazy. I've never even fucking heard of that show. I have HBO Max. I'm in this industry. I talk about shows for a living, and you are naming a show that I straight up don't fucking know. How crazy is it that that's where the world is today, where there can be great shows that people have never even heard of? Just so much content out there for everybody. And I both love that and get frustrated by it because I feel like I'm missing a lot of great stuff. I can't possibly give more hours to watching TV because I'm just watching so fucking much. She's watching so fucking much. The other show that I finished on Netflix was Too Hot to Handle. Yeah, I rocked the high-low. What can I say? It was fucking good. It flew by. I like that Netflix has been doing this where they're dropping some shows 4 and then a week later 4 and then a week later 4 or 2 or whatever. Kind of marching to the beat of their own drum. They did it with The Circle. They're doing it with this. They've done it with a few other shows. And I do like getting more than one to binge at once, but not binging all of it overnight because then the show's just done and it becomes a lack of water cooler show and you can't talk about it with people and it doesn't gain that hype or momentum. So I was glad with the way that they did Too Hot to Handle. I kind of think something was bullshit about it though, because Well, long story short, I've told you guys a little bit about the premise of this show, but essentially you go to an island thinking you're going to fuck everybody, but instead you have to be celibate on the island. And the more times you break that rule where you make out with anybody or do anything, the more money you lose from the pot. Typically what happens at the end, or did the first season, I believe, was that people split the pot at the end. But in this, they decided, and they didn't tell us at the top of the show, just the last episode, they tell you there's only going to be one person taking home the pot, and that person is going to be the person that Lana, the artificial intelligence that sees everything, chooses. And so I kind of thought that was bullshit this season. Like if I was another contestant, I'd be so annoyed because it's so arbitrary. It's not like, I mean, the people do vote on it. The Lana picks the top three, and then the contestants vote. But it's kind of more like a popularity contest. They didn't know the whole time that could be winning the whole pot. It just gets so fucking weird. And I don't feel like it was the best way to do it. I do feel like probably the best person won. So that made it a little better. But at the same time, I'm kind of just like, how do I even know that? And why does that person deserve more money? But the pot only starts at $100,000. I don't say that because $100,000 is not a lot of money, but it's not like some of these reality shows where they're getting $1 million and then they diminished it down to like $40,000. Again, that would be monumentally life-changing for me if I got $40,000. So I'm not saying that that's a small amount of money, but it isn't the same as gifting somebody $1 million over somebody else. So at least there is that. Too Hot to Handle is on Netflix as well. If you guys are looking for something that's like trash TV, that's just super easy to watch, and you love watching a bunch of horny people try to not be horny or try to keep it in their pants, then that show is for you. Is good. It's definitely good. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer says, may we be a healing medicine or a soothing balm, a hunger/thirst quenching fruit, or just a pleasant smelling flower or flower. What's flower or flower? Flower, maybe. Flower of the beneficial energies of love for one another, whenever, wherever we can, to assist those who need it and ask for it. It is important to ask for assistance when you need it. Otherwise, how are people supposed to know? They can't always read your mind. That is the truth. Ryan Payne says, I didn't get the notification again. Oh, that sucks. I was watching Lindsay Sterling on Twitch, would have missed the stream. It's fucking annoying. It's annoying that YouTube's like, nah, after all this time, we're not into you. We're not going to notify people. We're only going to notify some people, and it's going to be arbitrary, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. And then we're going to take, even though we say we take around 30%, we're going to take 50% of your money. Thanks, YouTube. As always, such a doll to work with. Speaking of that, that's why the Streamlabs are better than the Super Chats. Super Chats are so great, but streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Get in your questions, comments, concerns. As on today's show, we've made a whopping $11. 11 full dollars. Andrew Thomas says, hey, Roxy, wow, you look hot today. Thanks, Andrew. I appreciate you. I've been watching Superman and Lois, Legends of Tomorrow, and Loki so far. Great hosting today on SEN. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. I love Loki. I love Loki. I love Superman and Lois also. I'm an episode behind, and I haven't been watching Legends this season. I've heard not as great things, but I'm glad that you're liking it. And yeah, I appreciate that you're watching it. My brother wasn't as into it this season. And a couple other people I know, but I should probably get back on that life because, you know, I did love Legends. It's one of my favorite of the DC shows. Anything else that anybody else is watching? Like I said, on Hulu, I was watching Dave, and I did do Handmaid's Tale, but that is done now. On Netflix, I've been all over the map. My most recent were Too Hot to Handle, Working Moms, which I'm not finished with this most recent season, but everything else, Sex Life. I'm not done with Master of None yet. I was just finding it way too depressing to get through. I'm on episode 2 of that. I will eventually watch it, but it just was really fucking depressing me. Just straight up was. And so that was just, it was too much. It was too much. Of the top things trending in the US on Netflix right now, number 1 is Manifest, which I'm hearing great things about, but it's hard for me to get involved in it because it just got canceled. So it's like, I don't know that I really want to start that show. Fear Street Part 1 of 1994 is trending number 3 after Sex Life at number 2. Mother's Day is trending number 4, which makes sense, kind of. Is that Julia Roberts? Why is this trending right now? Let's see. Mother's Day. Can you give me any info? Can we get any more? You guys tell me. Why is that trending today? Too Hot to Handle. Like I said, Tell a Day Goodnights. Mother's Day is like an old movie, right? Older? No? A couple of years? Number 7 is Ice Road. Is that Liam Neeson? Why is that number 7? 8 is The Bureau of Magical Things. Didn't watch that. 9 is Coco Melon. Okay. And 10 is Fatherhood. Is that a new comedy special? Looks like, what is that, Kevin Hart's new thing? I don't know if it's a special or if it's just a show. Oh no, we heard the dun-dun. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. Don't demonetize me. Not that it really fucking makes a difference, you bunch of cunts. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider. Which of those top 10 shows are you watching on Netflix? Any of them? Bueller? Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs says, I believe that you previously mentioned that you're not big on those types of shows, but Nat Geo's section of Disney Plus is underrated. Gordon Ramsay, Uncharted, and all of the wild shows are worth a watch. No, it's not that I'm not a fan because I love to get high and watch that kind of shit. I just usually don't prioritize it. Leonard Kim. So Joker40 in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStrider says, Roxy, BFFR, hi, hello, hey, boo, Joker Bunny gang, what's up, Sir Joker? Much love to you. Give me updates. Miss talking to you all the time. I want to know about your life. Pink Sweet, she called Netflix cunts amazing. Yeah, listen, I would do a deal with them any day. I fucking love Netflix. I love their content and everything. But I'm a cunt. You're a cunt. We're all cunts. Yeah, Pink Sweet, JK, she called YouTube that. Yeah, I was going to say, did I call Netflix cunts? YouTube is a bunch of cunts. Everybody. Good people are cunts. Bad people are cunts. I'm sure this demonetized the fuck out of me, and that's a cunt. All this, the C word. My mom hated the C word, but I'm taking it back. I really am. A couple of other shows that I'm watching. Bachelorette. I know that this show is one that you guys are not as obsessed with, but since I started watching again, I really do like it. And I have to say, I'm really enjoying Katie as the Bachelorette. I think she's very dynamic. Number one, yes, they're plugging her as sex positive, but she also has talked about her sexual assault. And I think that not enough people, as she talked about in this past episode, she talks about how Me Too made her feel more comfortable and confident coming out and talking about it. And we know that the statistic is that 1 in every 4 women is sexually assaulted. And so the fact that we don't hear from a lot of women. I think that she's very brave for talking about this as openly as she is on air. And I think it's very helpful for a lot of young women out there who might be struggling with the similar things. On top of that, she seems really down to earth. She lost her father at a younger age. And I just feel like she's a real fucking person. And so she treats other people like real fucking people. And she picks to go on dates with people that I actually like and think are real dudes. So I'm really enjoying her this season, and I hope that she finds love. And I think she's got a lot of great guys, and every guy that she's gone on a one-on-one with, I'm super into. She did bring somebody in from Tayshia's season that I'm not that into him, but they did have a connection, and I can't deny that. So a lot of connections going on. Definitely, we're headed for a heartbreak. I don't know for who, but for several people. I think people are just realizing she's a catch. She's just a catch. She's really fucking cute. She's really cool. She's funny. She laughs a lot. She likes to have a good time. She's a real human being who's experienced real loss and is open to talking about it in a way that we don't see often. So I'm into Katie. I'm into The Bachelorette, and I'm excited to continue watching because when you're not into the main person, the show kind of fucking sucks. And that's just the truth. We've got Big Brother coming tomorrow. Remember, CBS promised us 50%. At least, or 50% of the cast would be people of color, and that is what is happening. So if you have never watched Big Brother before, now is the time to start to show them that the ratings don't dip when you have more Black people on the show. And it's not just Black people, it is people of color is their promise. So, I just want Big Brother to know when your ratings dip is when you have a bunch of white racist people on there like you did last season. You gotta, and I'm not saying that when you're white, you're racist because I'm white, but I am saying that they specifically had on people that were really racially insensitive, and that was bizarro. So it wasn't a fun season to watch at all. Y'all heard me bitch about it nonstop. Brittany Parker wants to know if I've seen Mayor of Easttown yet. I haven't, which is so weird because that one is crushing it. People are obsessed with that show. I don't know where I've been or why I've been sleeping on that. And I definitely probably should have watched that over Sex Life. But now that I've started Sex Life, I just can't stop. I got to I got to keep on keeping on. Need to know how it all goes down. I'm a big sex life girl these days. What does that even mean? Figure it out for yourselves. Streamlabs in. I want to know what you're watching. There was a new Succession trailer. It was fire. I love the show. I was talking to DJ Wooldridge about shows that he doesn't like as much because he says he loves Rami but doesn't love Dave. And I was saying that's so confusing to me because they both have very similar cringe humor. And he was like, yeah, but Dave is like the rich version of Rami and we're supposed to feel bad for rich people problems. And I was like, oh, then you probably won't like Succession. And he said to me, he was like, no, that's different. And he hasn't seen it yet. But no, that's different because they're rich people that we're not supposed to like. And we're not supposed to relate to their rich people problems and be like, oh, that's a really shitty problem. And he's right. What I love about Succession is that it shows us the absurdity and disgustingness of that kind of money and power and wealth and what it does to you and your family and your dynamics. We're not supposed to like the characters. We're not supposed to even root for them necessarily, although sometimes you do. You're not supposed to relate to them. You're not supposed to feel bad for them. You're supposed to listen to their stories and be entertained. And boy, am I fucking entertained. And it looks like this next season is going to do just that again. So I'm really fucking excited about that because I love this show. And it's definitely one of the best written shows on television. It is really phenomenal. So even if you don't like rich people shows, I do think this one is worth a watch. Leonard Kim in the Streamlab says, 100% I'm loving Katie as the Bachelorette. She's got no time for bullshit and is refreshingly to watch. I'm hoping she finds her man. I commend Manifest despite the cancellation. I'm still super pissed about that. I'm not okay. We never know. It could get picked up again. You just don't know. Leonard Kim also says, also a friendly reminder to watch Mythic Quest. Trust us. I know. I will. I need one of you guys to make me a list of all the things that you guys have told me to watch, and then I got to get to them. Bojack's in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Star says, hi, Roxy. I'm watching Warrior. That's another one that you guys keep telling me I have to do. Gangs of London, Evil, and I'm about to start The Good Fight because I've heard good things. Fingers crossed for a good Big Brother season. I think we'll know pretty quickly, Bojack, if it's going to be a good season or bad season, based just on the characters alone. And by the characters, I mean people, because they are real life people. Real life fucking people. You just mentioned Evil, Bojax. That was mentioned earlier. Is this a show that I need to be looking out for? I've never heard of it before today. Let me know what you guys are watching. We are going to get out of here in a little bit because it is an abridged show. Because like I told you guys, I'm going to get my hair did. She going blonde because she's a pond. That made no sense. Just enjoying my pond life. What is a pond life? Out here in the water, treading water, trying not to drown. Got really meta, really, really fast. I am watching Superman and Lois, although I'm an episode behind. I'm like 3 episodes behind on The Flash now. I fell off of all the other DC shows. Supergirl, I think I caught up on. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Harley Quinn, the animated series, but that I've been caught up on for a minute. Then when it comes to other streaming platforms, really excited and waiting for Ted Lasso, which is coming next month. Thank goodness. Can't come soon enough. That one's hardcore on my radar. Did you see Robert Downey Jr. unfollowed all of his Marvel co-stars? The show and going, no, I did not see that. Is that true? Let me know. That's wild. Mythic Quest is Bruce Banner. I know. Ryan Payne says I'm flat out done with Flash. King Sporkel said I liked your brown hair the best. Thanks, King Sporkel. You're a doll. Appreciate that. So it's almost like people's moms didn't teach them if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's almost like they just didn't teach them that. It's so funny. A lot of people commenting on my pictures like, I like this better. You look better thicker. It's like, bitch, did I ask? Nah. Kim in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Star said, oh, did you ever catch Stargirl? It's coming back soon and it's really good. I never even saw an episode. I kept saying I would, and it just kept missing me. Maybe I will this time around. Sir Joker 40 in the streamlabs.com/Roxy Star says, oh, my life is hectic. I'm watching Criminal Minds Season 13, Hoarders, Black Summer Season 2, working on my new book, which is going to be half poetry and half relationship book. Whoa, I didn't know it was going to be half relationship. Did you tell me that, Sir Joker? That's awesome. It's a different concept. It will be out in the fall. Hashtag be an anomaly. You're going to have to let me know more about that. It's about you and your wife. I was just going to say her name, but I don't know if you talk about that on air. Is it a relationship like intimate relationship or just relationships in general, would love to hear more. I always say that, would love to hear more, because that's the truth. I always want to hear more. It's true. He's narrowed down his followers to less than 50 people. I think it's so lame when people do that. When you're like, I'll only follow 10 people because they do not deserve my follow. Like, what? They were your co-stars and your friends. What harm is it to follow them? It's just so fucking weird. If you don't want to see everybody's shit, then mute them. Like, you don't have to unfollow people. You're doing it to look like hoity-toity. Where does hoity-toity come from? Who the fuck knows? All right. Almost time to get out of here in the next couple of minutes. So send in any last-minute Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer, super chats. Get in those questions, comments, concerns so that I can address any and all things. Today is Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, which means that I will be live at the Roxy and also be doing a World Girl Wednesday. We are giving mental health a whirl tomorrow with Drea, who is a doctor who is an expert in mental health and is going to be helping us out a lot with tips, tricks, things that we can do to work on our mental health during this very necessary time. Most of it's going to be questions from you guys, so make sure you check out that show. Then Thursday, I'm going to be hosting SEN again, so twice this week. And then Thursday after that, I'll be doing Live at the Roxy. And then Friday, only Stupid Answers. And then Live at the Roxy again. Trying to load up my schedule. As you guys know, I'm going to be taking some time off in August. I can almost tell you guys about what that is, but not yet. But it is coming. So I've got to, it's almost like I'm storing for winter. I'm going into hibernation, so I need it. That's the truth. And then I'll be back on Sunday. I might even do a Saturday show. I'll keep you guys posted as we get closer to the date. Let me know any other things that you guys need. Comment on this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that great stuff. Shout out to Jeff Aaron, John Perillo, Rob Fishbeck, Bruce Banner, Andrew Thomas, Brittany Parker, Garth McMurray, Maral Gandhi, Ben Holmes, Ryan Payne, Galaxy's Geek Channel, MK Songbird, Bobby Jackson, Brittany Paca, that's how we say it in Boston, Garth McMurray, Murderana, Sean Quinn, all of the people, Cena Bigelow. Hey, party people. That's a good point. Time off, Roxy the Workaholic. No, it's not time off, Garth. I'm going to work. Just not going to be making money, but I'm going to be working. Time off. Laugh my ass off. Says who? When? How? What? Never. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer, Bojack says, Evil is a show starring Mike Coulter. Oh, Luke Cage. And he's a priest in training involved with cases that might be demonic in nature. He has 2 people on his team. It's kind of like X-Files in that way. Oh, I remember when he was casting that, and then everybody was like, damn. So I didn't know it came out. I guess it is out. Goodbye to everybody. Check on your internet. Make sure you blow on it. Don't tremble the Holocaust. Brett Miles, Jonathan, arrest the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. All 3 of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Put down your toilet seat and live. We don't want those buffoons. Make your bed. Stay safe. Stay sane. I love you guys a lot. And I'll see you tomorrow for Live at the Roxy.